Hello and welcome. This is Grant Hughes of Grant Hughes Investigates on YouTube. This channel evaluates all aspects of true crime. As you are aware, videos and live streams in this genre often discuss elements of crime that may be disturbing to some viewers. If necessary, take the precautions needed to avoid these feelings. Factual information related to cases is the key to fostering rational true crime discussions. Fortunately, you will find that here. Please hit the like button only once, share the video, and subscribe if you like my content. Thank you very much for watching. Oh, there's the cameo of Blue still. You can see that's what he kind of looks like most of the day, like that. Not very happy, just laying there. He sort of got like that after he ate something earlier. There we go. Well, thanks Plato and LM before the show starts. Man, it used to always be like that before the show. Let's see. Oh yeah, also in the Hannah Kobayashi case, her dad killed himself in Hawaii. Probably the stress from it. Terrible situation, but that's it. There's no other updates or anything like that. All right, so it won't be this long, drawn-out conversation about, oh man, maybe there's something to do with the dad, and he did this. Forget it. Okay, if you want to talk about that, go somewhere else. There isn't anything else to discuss. All right. Who's still in LA? What are you talking about? Yeah. Anyways, let's see. Can you please do more on Kohberger? You are the only one doing great videos. Everyone else is grifting and saying he's innocent. Right. Well, I'll guarantee you that Andrea Burkhart will be going down the Kohberger is innocent route. You know, she's already sort of setting the stage. You know, trying to call into question the DNA element. Ooh. Hey, you guys, people who don't understand the DNA thing that's what their problem is with it. The FGG people, all they do is get it's like a lead, they call it. They generate a lead by taking a sample DNA that's collected and using that DNA to generate a lead. And then it's up to law enforcement to be able to prove if the person that was generated in the lead turns out to be the right person. And in this case, it absolutely did. In the Kohberger case, they went to collect it out of the garbage can, trash, at the parents' house, where Kohberger lives, I guess, in the off season, whatever the hell you want to call it. And he was separating his trash out, so when they tested the DNA in the garbage can, they didn't find any Kohberger DNA. They found the biological father of Brian Kohberger, but Kohberger was who the tip came down to. The DNA was the biological father, so then that was enough. After that tip came in, they have to look and see, does it make sense? Oh, wow, Brian Kohberger is a doctoral student over there at Washington State University in Pullman, and he is a criminology major, whatever, and he drives a white Elantra. See, that's the thing, is Kohberger is sort of like Richard Allen, where they had questions right off the gate, like out of the gate, like, oh wow, there's this white Elantra driving around. We thought it was a 2013 to a 2015 or whatever, but you know, whatever they had a different date, and they included the date, but it was a white Elantra. Then the DNA on the knife sheath left at the crime scene matches well, there's a DNA at the crime scene that they were able to get a sequence from. Then they used forensic genetic genealogy to determine that it was Brian Kohberger. But then they went to collect DNA out of the trash, given that tip, and they got the father. So then they had to, you know, look back and see, wow, okay, he drives the white Elantra, you know, and by the way, they were probably already, as soon as they heard that it was Kohberger as a DNA tip, they started looking up, so they already had that information. And then it turns out that because the father was, you know, it's the father is the DNA that they collected out of the garbage from the house. You don't need a warrant, by the way. You just take the garbage out of the garbage can, and it was the father. So that was enough to get a warrant to arrest Brian Kohberger. And then they collected his DNA, and then they matched it to the sample DNA taken from the knife sheath, and it was a perfect match. Now, when people say, well, no, it wasn't gray, it was 1 in 8 octillion, whatever the hell the number was, it was huge. It was this massive number. And so you'd have to have, like, you know, 100 heptillion planet Earths to have the same number of you know, have the chance. Let's say each one of those planets had, you know, 8 billion people on it. Then you might find another one. Okay, now if you're going to go, so you're saying there's a chance. Well, then that's not reasonable. All right. Now, what I think is strange is, you know, and then, well, see, the knife sheath was left during an 8-minute window between, or a 12-minute window between, you know, 4:08 and 4:20, but it's actually even more narrow than that. It's like 4:10 probably, because the car parks at 4:08. So 4:10 and like 4:17, a knife sheath was left at the crime scene, and guess what? The white Elantra that was driving around is Brian Kohberger's, because the DNA on the knife sheath that was left during that exact time where that same Elantra stopped has his DNA on it. I mean, look at, he's more locked in than Richard Allen, if you can do that. Okay, absolutely reality. Buy what? What are you going to buy, LM? Hey, thanks up there, Herbert Landscaping. Got 5 memberships to, let's see. Looks like Kristen Langlis, Fig Jam, another fig in the front. Can you believe that? Blue and Sadie's mom. Michelle Wood. Yeah. So that's what's going to be happening, is that, you know, Burkhart and the crew, they're all going to try to pretend that Brian Kohberger is innocent because it sells. There's much more of a fanatical sort of like, I don't know what to say, but the enthusiasm by the conspiratorial people that follow true crime is much greater than just the normal people who want to see what the facts are and put it all together. It's weird, isn't it? Thanks, Kathy Friedmaker. And yeah, I did a live stream for the channel members earlier. I think it's, you know, like I said to them, you know, it's time for Blue to, you know, make his journey to doggy heaven, whatever the hell you want to call it, man. That's just, you know, it's just not, he doesn't play anymore. He's not happy. he does eat, because that's sort of like one of your basic, you know, Maslow's hierarchy of needs type of things, you know, the eating. When a dog's playing and, you know, sort of engaged in the world around them, that's when they are above that little lowest level rung, you know. You know, just eating isn't really enough. Like if that's his only thing that he has any kind of motivation is to go get something to eat for a minute, and then it makes him not feel good, and then it just, you know, the whole thing. So, I don't know. I think tomorrow we're going to be going in there. I guess if there's like a miraculous, you know, there's not going to be any difference. It just is what it is at this point. I don't know. Are the words cutting out for you guys? Not sure what's going on. A lot of doors clanging and banging. Yeah. Yeah, even my buddies, like, I mean, people didn't even say anything, you know, on there. Come on, you guys. When you watch when you see it, just, like, don't be, like, if somebody dies or a friend or something, you should at least say something. You know, don't be like, oh, I don't want to. I don't want to make them upset. I mean, just screw your own thoughts. You know, make them feel better. You know. Yeah. So yeah, he's. I mean, it just sucks because, you know, he was around all those years. You know, early days. You know. Yeah. I mean, now I wish I'd spent more time, you know, like sometimes I'm doing my shows in here and he's like, since I've had this office, he was in the other part of the house, you know. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't even hear from you, Truth Sleuth. I didn't even know anything about it. Let's see. I have no words. Gray, have you ever looked into the... Yeah, why does everybody keep wanting me to do the JonBenet Ramsey cold case? My God, it hasn't been covered enough by so many people over and over and over again. It's weird, you know? It's like... I don't know. I'm just not really that interested for some reason. It doesn't. I don't want to like. I like something that I can think of something new to. That thing has been covered so many times. It's ridiculous. Let's see. Yeah, it's just like over and over and over and over again. People cover that case. I mean, sure, it's possible I could come up with something new, but yeah, I can't. I'm not going to do it. You'd have to spend weeks on it. I don't want to do it. Not interested. Everybody wants to know what everybody thinks about the really popular ones every single time, you know. Like the what's the other one? You know, Menendez too. It's like, yeah, I was starting to look into it, and I said, screw it. You know, I'm sure I could get a billion, you know, like not a billion views, but some views and stuff like that. But it's just so overcovered right now. Everybody's doing it. It's on every freaking show. And yeah, it's just, I don't know. And here's the problem when you do those ones. Is everybody's already got their minds made up on certain elements, and if you cover it and you don't agree with their elements, they get angry. Well, what about this, Gray? Oh, I don't, you know, and it turns into a shit show, right? Yeah, we did that one. We covered, forgot his name already. Yeah, Kendrick Johnson. That's the one we did. Yeah, of course that's what he's talking about. Rolled up in a carpet. Yeah. Or a gym mat, I mean. Mm-hmm. But anyways, you know, the rumors going around are that I'm Bridge Guy. Some people say that I'm Bridge Guy. Because watch it, watch. Guys, down the hill. Guys, down the hill. But that's pretty good. Ha-ha! These people are so... I think dumb's the right word. And here it is, you guys. Here it is. Breaking news. Breaking news. And look, we only got 246 people watching. So that means all the same clowns are going to say the same thing over and over and over again. I don't know Dr. Walla, you dipshits. I've never talked to her, you dipshits. I don't know her at all. The first time I ever mentioned a van being related to the case was after I got the rumor. That was in March of this year, which is 11 months after the actual confession came out, and it was in documents, and obviously it leaked somehow to the person who told me. All right, you clowns. And yes, I've put over 1,000 videos on private, and I did that like a year ago because YouTube changed its terms of service, and they mentioned something about like representing deaths and everything, and blah 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 blah. And all it was a AI piece. They didn't try to explain it to anybody well or anything. It was about AI, and I really didn't feel like going back out and unhiding 1,000 videos. Nor am I going to. And you know why? Because there's secret information on them that implicates me in a cover-up. So I'm going to keep them hidden from you guys, all right? Now maybe you can go back and try to find somebody who screenshotted something. You just might find something. Oh, man. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff that implicates me in cover-ups, etc. And I really just don't want that out there, so I'm just going to leave them up there. All right? Okay. Come on. Go try to find it. We can't, Greg, because you deleted them. You dirty deleted, you bastard. Yeah. What a bunch of losers. I've never seen anything like it. Well, I have. You know what? I can't say I've never seen it. I've seen it like this in like many cases. Hell, even in the Jodi Arias case, they accused me of working for the defense because I came up with the theory, which is accurate, that Juan Martinez conspired with Kevin Horn and Flores to change the sequencing of the weapons from gunshot to knife first. It's 100% true, but I said that she was guilty. And I go, oh, she's guilty as hell. She did this. They just changed the sequencing intentionally because they even argued in court 17 months after the murders that the gunshot was first. Then they changed it once Jodi Arias switched over to self-defense, and she used the gun first. Right? So I was accused of working for the defense team. I was some other thing. Then, what was the other one? Then the Kanika Jenkins case. I was working for the feds. I was the 911 operator who called in. I was the person, the security guard. I was the front desk guy. I was like 5 different people in that case. Then this, I mean, it never changes, you guys. The same lunatics run the asylum out there on YouTube. They're just ridiculous people, right? But hey, guys, I don't want to ask a whole bunch tonight. But if you guys can please help support the channel tonight, I would appreciate it. It'd be nice not to have a struggling night, one of these nights of the week. And if you can have some way to help support the channel tonight, send a super chat in with a comment, something like that. That would be, I'd appreciate it. Thanks. I don't even know what that means. Bill Wagner's last hearing, the judge was out of line. I don't even know what case you're talking about. My God. Let's see. Is that the new judge's name, or? I have no idea. Is that the new judge's name, Bill Wagner? Yeah, so I was 5 different people in the Kanika Jenkins case because I was making too good of points. See, whenever there's somebody out there that shatters the conspiracy theorists, they turn you into, they try to vilify you, like you're part of some higher powers, which is, it's flattering. I appreciate it that you guys, when I put out the information, it just absolutely shreds your idiotic conspiracy theories into oblivion. I appreciate that you think it's so damning that then you have to turn me into a villain of some sort who is out there to cover up for something bigger. And guess what they're going to do? My comment, they're going to cut that part out. When I said this, watch this. Hey, everybody. I kept those hidden because there's damning information that shows that I was covering up for the family members in the Delphi case. We were conspiring together. Now they're going to take that clip out and leave everything else out, totally out of context, knowing that it was obviously sarcasm. And they're going to say, see, he admits it. Look at him. No, really? You came here to hear Gray's insults and rampages? All right. Good for you. Nobody cared why you came, though. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. You sound like one of those people that would be in a Facebook group, and when everybody pissed you off, you'd leave a goodbye post. I don't know what you're talking about, Kelly. Sorry. No idea. No idea. Hey, it's Tara German. Hey, look at that. Yeah. Hey, what you guys? I want one of you guys to come on my show right after the sentencing, like first. All right. Don't go on to HLN. Don't do any of those shits. Come on here first. All right. I think that'd be a better way to do it. But yeah, I need a hug. You're right. Yeah, nobody knows chicken wing. Nobody knows. Nobody cares. What do you think about the site? Something bunch of conspiracy theories. Is that not the actual Tara German? Are you sure that's not her? I think that might be her. I've seen her account before. Let me go there. Hold on. I don't know. I can't tell. I don't know if that's really her or not. Yes, she would. I've seen her comment in chats during this time. She doesn't say anything. You can talk. You can't say anything about the case. So I think that really is her. She just can't talk about the case, like factual elements, etc. They're tagging your channel. Good. All right. Cool. What do you mean they are tagging your channel? I got one. You getting me a new pair of New Balances? I bet you Kelsey's kid already grew out of the pair that we bought a long time ago. They actually make golf shoes that are New Balance. It's pretty good. Right. They put like a hashtag or something. Have it go here. Well, I think it is her. Yeah. I mean, I can't absolutely go, oh yeah, but I mean, I think I've seen her before. Yeah, I put them on private, yeah. And the thing is they're on private. I put over 1,000 on private. I haven't even done 1,000 videos, anywhere near 1,000 on the Delphi case, you know? So I just sat there and went delete, 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 you know, hide, 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 etc. Yeah, you know, the gag order, you just can't talk about the case that much in public. I mean, you could probably talk to your family members. Hey, thanks, Gina Marie, for blue, and in memory of Living Abby, rest in peace. Yep. I mean, I remember when you said that you were going to go through your videos because of the new... Yeah, well, I mean, I went through them all. Or I just kind of went through them slowly and clicked, and then I just got to the point where I just started deleting. Yeah, I mean, 1,000 took forever. I have like so many, you know, thousands of videos. You know, probably 2,000 or 3,000 live streams or something. Yeah, it's a great day, Chicken Wing. I don't know what you're referring to. Right. So, if you're out there and you really believe that I somehow spoke to Dr. Walla, it means that you're a lunatic, all right? And I know what you guys are referring to. Here's what they did was, I made a post because I heard the rumor back in March of this year. So that's 2024, right? But it's like, let's just say 3/15/2024. Then they take the date that Richard Allen confessed and put like April 8th, or I don't know what the exact date is, but let's just say April 7th, 2023. But they leave off the year of both, so it looks like my March is before the April, and say, see, he knew before. I knew that he confessed before he confessed? How does that happen? See, that's what their brains don't work right. That's what the problem is. I don't know what that means, Easy Eddie. I know you're trying to be funny or goofy, but it doesn't make any sense. Hey, thanks, Tamara. Not today, but no, I don't know if that's the same Tamara. But welcome, and thanks to Tina G. Appreciate it. We're all Dr. Walla. There we go. How do you like that? We're all Dr. Walla. I like it. Ding, 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 ding. Let's see, hold on. That was Tara, you guys. You guys didn't delete him, did you? Didn't delete her, did you? I just want to make sure. Make sure you didn't delete Tara that was in there. Let me go back. Did you guys remove? Hold on, let me ask. I don't even know what they did. Let's see. Did you see the case from Sullivan County, Tennessee that used, I don't know what GG means, but you mean for FGG? Just recently or what? I don't remember that one. Oh. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, so Tara just messaged me on Facebook, so that is the same person. So there you go, just to prove to you guys. In that case, hello. We're all Dr. Walla. Yeah. I think it's weird, the mentality that we're seeing currently. Because what you're looking at is, I think this is what we know, is that there's a lot more content when you create a conspiracy that lets you just sort of dive into 1,000 different things when the reality is kind of a narrow window. You know, the truth is in this little narrow window. Yeah. Oh, chicken wing. Oh, chicken wing. You're having one of those days, huh? The family must be feeling so relieved with the verdict. Yeah. Yeah, well, how about that? If you're still out there, Tarek, can you say that? How are you guys feeling after the verdict so far? Is that something you can answer, or maybe you can't? The wackos actually said law enforcement needs to confiscate Gray's devices. What an embarrassment that would be. There would be absolutely nothing on them that would point to me knowing, and I don't think they would be legal because, you know, this is my personal computers where, you know, we're always searching crazy shit for True Crime World, right? So there is no nexus between me and Dr. Walla. You might say that the fact that I heard a rumor, but the thing is I heard the rumor from another YouTuber, who I actually mentioned as telling me the rumor a long time ago. I said it on the show, and I don't know if they would even care if I told them, said that he told me, but it was another YouTuber. It wasn't even like a contact I had or anything, but it sounded, I said, wow, that sounds pretty interesting, and he sounded like he was pretty certain that there was a rumor, or, you know, good information that he confessed in a when he's speaking to one of the psychologists. We just didn't know what time it was. We thought maybe like 3 to 3:30, and they actually got a picture of the van off his Facebook page. So there's, you know, there's a white van that Weber drove. These people are so stupid. It's just, I mean, what do you guys do with your brains the rest of the day? I mean, what the hell are you doing? You guys spend your whole day thinking, oh, that Gray guy, we can get this overturned because he knew before. No, the rumor was that he confessed to the psychologist, not, hey, I know about this white van back in like 2021 or 2022, and I told Walla. And by the way, what does that even make any sense, by the way? All right, let's say me and Walla were talking, right? And I said, hey, there's this van that was driving around too. And she goes, hey, Richard, hey, there's this van driving around. If you really want to sound guilty as hell, tell him you saw this van when you were taking the girls down the hill, all right? You get it? You see how stupid this is? It's dumb. What do you think federal prison is going to be like? You talking to me? Never going to there, Dave. You're just one of the lunatics that believe that stuff. I can tell by the look at your face that you're a lunatic. Just in that little tiny picture. It's weird. Let's see. Ray, have you ever served in the military? No, I have not. I have not. Let's see. Wait, what? Gray, being accused? Here, let's see. Oh, God, no wonder you think the way you do. Wow. That's scary. Jesus. My God. Let's see. We got... Yeah, Othram's always helping people out. They're always doing that. Hey, thanks, Allie Cake. Appreciate it. Jesus. Looks like a verifiable psychopath. What do you think federal prison's gonna be like, Gray, when they find out that you helped the family with a timeline? Well, you know what? I said, you know what? I'll tell you how this all went down. I contacted Becky right, at the very beginning on Facebook, and we communicated and stuff. And I said, hey, I want to have the actual timeline. Can you figure it out? And she goes, yeah, give me a day or something. And then she talked to Derek and looked at their phone records and stuff, and she did as good as she could. Okay, her timeline is basically exactly the same as it was at trial. Just a little, nuance here. I bet you anything that Kelsey called her boyfriend right when she left the house, because they thought it was 1:37 when they were dropped off, because Kelsey said she was talking to her boyfriend. But I bet you she talked almost the whole way. This is what I'm guessing. And right when she left the house, she started talking, and then maybe hung up at some point near the end, and then dropped the girls off at like 1:48. Because it's like a 10 or 11 minute drive. All right? Doesn't that make more sense? So that's what I was told. Then I was told that Derek walked onto the path, ran into the flannel shirt guy, asked him if he'd seen the girls. He said he saw a couple that were at the bridge. That's exactly what was at trial. Then it was told that he, instead of going to the bridge, because of what the flannel shirt guy told him, he went down the 505 trail down to... didn't find him down there, then came back up, went to the Freedom Bridge, it's all the same. It's like literally the same information. Thanks, Alley Cake. 4 blue, very loved, yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to, I don't know how I have the ability to do it, but I learned how to compartmentalize stuff. Like when I was doing that show earlier, there was a minute where I couldn't talk very well. But, I try to compartmentalize stuff where, it's like after my brother died, I'm able to do that better, because that was so devastating that it's like everything else is kind of, different variances in degree. Mm-hmm. 5 brain cells, 4 aren't working, right, Dave? You guys didn't block Dave, did you? I'd like to hear some more of those fantastic comments he was making. Yeah, I'll unhide Dave. We gotta put Dave back up there. You don't need to block people like that. He didn't say anything mean, he just said ignorant stuff. So hey Dave, you're back on, man. Let's see what you got to say now. When did you get out of federal prisons? The better question. Let's see. I think so too. Chicken wing. I didn't even get to see the crappy moment. Wait, what do you mean, Missy 6? Let's see. Well, he's not here. Yeah, there he is, right there. How many years do you think obstruction interference in a double homicide investigation trial gets? I'm not really sure, but that doesn't apply to me at all. Hey, Dave, why don't you come on the show and explain to me what it is that I did that I obstructed, interfered in justice in a double murder trial. Go ahead. That's what I thought. How many? Look at Zozo good. Hey, Dave. Hey, Dave. Yeah, and then guess what? Get your buddy Richard Allen to come in and eat it up. Huh? What do you think of that, huh? There you go. We can go wolf that shit down. Let's see. Hey, Lillian. Hey, thanks so much, Danielle Savoy. Yeah. Let's see. How many... I mean, isn't that amazing that people believe that? Where is there any obstruction? See, the thing is the investigators and everybody, Every rational-minded person knows it's absurd. Hey, Lillian, how's it going? They know that it's absolutely absurd and makes zero sense. There's nothing. Just because I heard about a rumor in March of March of this year, it's 11 months after he confessed. Of course, there was stuff that came out. I don't know where it came from, etc. Hey, thanks so much. Brown-eyed girl.
You, my brown-eyed girl.
Very cool, very cool. Thank you very much. Sending love to you and Mrs. Hughes. Yeah. You know, it's just... it sucks. Like, like tonight. You know, it's weird. Like, tonight, Blue was sitting on that little couch over there, and I walk over to the... I make something to eat, and I sit down, and he kind of ran over a little bit. And he sat there, and I gave him some bites and everything. And he ate that, and then he seemed like he kind of followed me around a little bit. So it's just sort of weird, you know. And then you see him like he is right now, where he just doesn't move. You wiggle him, he doesn't move or anything. Let's see what Dave's last comment was. Where was that? I was looking at it. Dave, the conspiracy theory nut job. What happened to it? I missed it. Oh well. I was about to go to bed, but I'll stay a bit longer. Hey, all right, Tara. Good. Let's see. Oh, there he is. Gray, you can't know details from Dr. Wallace's sessions March 15th. You can't be discussing Van Live October 29th. What do you mean Van Live October 29th? What are you talking about? This year or what? What are you referring to? Van Live October 29th. And yes, I can be. When you say, Gray, you can't know details from Dr. Wallace's session March 15th. Yes, I can. There's people that, you know, I don't know where the tip came from, but apparently there's other people in the prison that were told the same thing, and it made it out to, different people, all right? So I can know about it. You know why? You know how I know that I can know about it? Is because I did. I did know about it. It's weird. Again, it's strange when you're actually the person, you know? And thanks, RDWWDR. Similar to Bigfoot, some people have the need to believe in crazy stuff, despite evidence to the contrary. Wait a minute, are you telling me Bigfoot isn't real? And thanks again, Brown Eyed Girl. Sending love to you and Mrs. Hughes. Yeah. Did you hear Gray? He said Mr. He must be married to a guy. That's what these people do every single time. You make one mistake, and my God, it's everything. Oh, okay, here it is, everybody. Here it is. There isn't a tip. But I, however, I think it's a rumor, not a tip. Back in March of this year, I was told that the psychologist was told by Richard Allen in a confession that a van drove by and it startled him. And he left. And he, killed the girl. And he killed the girls and he left. Okay, part of what's missing from that is, like, we didn't get the whole detail, because the details are that he got interrupted, then he had the girls cross the creek, then he killed them on that side of the creek, and because I thought it was still, like, that's why he left at, like, 3:30, because he was doing stuff for an hour or so, and then he covered them up, and then he got startled. That's why he wasn't finished, right? Let's see. Figsall says, the defense are the ones who leak stuff like the crime scene photos. Surprised these so-called sleuths can't figure out where leaks are coming from. Yeah. Isn't it amazing? The crime scene photos got leaked by the defense team, and Dave Thomas is over here thinking that Gray is part of this huge cabal. Idios, Indiana, something courts must love hearing Gray's accusations. I don't even know what you're talking about, man. Nobody knows what you're talking about, Dave. Fig Saul's up there. He's another YouTuber. Covered the case, similar to me over the years, with the factual information. Isn't that weird? There's actually a few of us out there. What prison staff leaked Tawala's confessions to you? Oh, well, is that what, are you talking to me or the defense? Right. So if you're saying that it was leaked to him, Dave, why are you saying I'm going to be in federal prison? What a weirdo. Jesus. You're now saying Fig was told by somebody, and yet you're saying that I should be in prison merely because I repeated something that I heard as a rumor. Whew. Wow. Weird stuff. See how the logic doesn't really work on some of these people? Dave likely, let's see what this one says. Dave likely thinks the moon landings were fake. 9/11 was an inside job and JFK died from a peanut allergy. Thank God these geeks are online. Well, you should have said dorks. I think dork is a better, like an old school. Yeah, and it wasn't really a tip. It was just a rumor. You disseminated and profited from relationship. What do you mean? It was just, I actually just barely casually mentioned that. And I did it first in a chat somewhere. And then on my show, I just mentioned it. And who cares? I'm a true crime YouTuber. If somebody else, if Court TV played it, they have commercials, right? This Dave guy, his brain doesn't work right. Go back to selling hamburgers at Wendy's. Oh, wait, you're not that Dave Thomas? Okay, never mind. Let's see, also those Baconators. Yeah. Let's see, you're spoiling the show. I don't mind. I don't care. He doesn't. People like that are crazy people, you guys. And here's the thing is, I know who I am, right? I know who I am. Therefore, I know the truth. And I'm telling you it. Hey, Fig's lawyered up, he said. Fig Solves is lawyered up. I heard he has Alan Dershowitz. Yeah, why aren't you looking at the defense team, Dave? Have you ever looked at them and said, wow, I can't believe they put out the crime scene photos and tried to affect the outcome of the trial by poisoning the jury pool out there. Those bastards. How dare they? Yeah, Wendy pays good money. Flipping burgers is way above Dave's pay grade. I don't know, man. He probably works at Reddit somewhere in a deep, like way back in there, just going, ooh, ooh. He's got something figured out, man. These guys always think they have something figured out, and guess what? It's never true. Ever. Yep, where's the beef? Yeah, what was the other one? Yeah, and then there's people out there saying that I'm Bridge Guy, or that... What was the weird one that people said? God, what the hell was that one? What was the one, Lisa Valenzuela? What was the one that you heard? Thank you very much. That sounds like that, that one ad that's on TV when they talk about Viagra, You can get it for cheap, and it says, let's see, you can pick all 100 milligram, thank you very much. You guys have seen that, right? It's like on Fox News. I guess they're going towards the age group that watches it. Gray, when you delete or make private 1,334 videos, optics are not only really, really bad, but... You know what's funny? When I did that, when I did it, I did it a year ago, so I don't care what your optics are. Okay, I did it a year ago, and when I finally went back and I looked, because people said I deleted videos, and I rarely delete a video. I put it on private, some of them, but I did a whole bunch during that time, and I go, oh wow, watch, these idiots are going to say, look, he made all those private because there's something in them. If you go look at like half of them in the screenshot that you saw, none of those were related to Delphi. Oh, they must have been other cases that I had some inside knowledge on, right? There's no bad optics at all. That's just because you guys are lunatics. Ha, but you get hit with YouTube's algorithm, it'll look like shadow banning. What does that even mean? Nobody knows what that means, Dave. Your English is terrible. No, they don't, Dave. Nobody wants to know anything. You do. Let's see. I've already said it on other lives, you know, a long time ago, so. He keeps making these comments. Gray, IDOC wants to hear you say on this live, who was leaking Wallace therapy sessions to you? Maybe it was a person in prison that told somebody. Yeah. Let's see. Rick Allen is guilty. Yeah, last I heard he was. You know, you get these people saying, man, Gray, I can't believe you think he's guilty. Even now. And I look at him, I go, well, he is. Did you see that? Yeah, they're these same people that when I said he was guilty before, they go, what do you mean? He's innocent until proven guilty. And then he's guilty, and they say, well, no, he's not guilty. He's, what? What do you mean? He was proven guilty. To anybody with a rational mind, he was proven guilty. I wish Tara could answer the question. When you were at trial, did you think he looked guilty by the evidence that was produced? You might be able to say yes. I don't know. I don't even know if you're one of the gag order people. You're not like direct, you're, well, I guess you're an aunt. But. Where's Dr. Walla when you need her? Wait, hold on. Let me give her a call really quick. Hold on a second. Where is that damn thing? I'm going to open up my Skype. Hold on. Dr. Walla?
Yeah?
Hey, have I ever talked to you at all, Dr. Walla?
Just a couple times, Gray. Just a couple.
Wait a minute. You were supposed to say no. That we hadn't talked before, okay? So let's start over again. Dr. Walla, have we ever talked before the trial happened regarding the white van?
Yeah, Gray, that one time when we talked.
Oh my God. Forget Dr. Walla, man. She's not going to be able to help me out. You know, she has like a high-pitched voice. It's weird. Kind of a... Sounds like she's been sucking down helium. Hey, thanks, Fazza Super Babies, and also Gadget Ball. Thank you for confirming that you were conspiring with Wall to get Richard to false confess about the white van. Hey, let me do it right now. Watch this, you guys. Hey, everybody. Don't tell anybody. But me and Dr. Walla conspired together, okay? So that I would know that he confessed 11 months later, and somehow that means that I told her before he confessed. I know that doesn't make a lot of sense, but oh well. Charlotte Denny, super sticker. All right, thank you. So let me ask you this. Does it make any sense that I knew about it in March of this year, that there was a rumor that he confessed with this information in it? So does that mean like 11 months before when Richard Allen confessed using that in it, that somehow I told Dr. Walla about a white van that she should, it nudged her forward to maybe use that and help him put it into a confession? I mean, you guys are cuckoo. This skit's gonna get played in Gray's criminal proceedings. Judge gonna love it. Oh, Jesus. Hey, thanks, Ozzy Trisha. Jeez. Appreciate it. And whoa, it's Lisa Wilkerson. How are you doing? I know you're kind of waiting. I wish we could get the dates, move some stuff up for you, for God's sakes. Hi, Gray and the Freak family. Love you guys, she said. Everybody put out those positive vibes again for Lisa Wilkerson and everybody else out there but going through some medical struggles currently. Thanks again, Ozzy, Trisha, and Lisa Wilkerson. Hey, Dave, let me just tell you something. You're wrong, right? And nothing you're saying is ever going to come to fruition. But you can sit in your mother's basement and drool all day long as you want, as Zozo might say, and it'll never change anything. You are absolutely incorrect. And it's okay when people hear a rumor and they report on it being a possible rumor. That's what I told everybody back in March. It's okay when people do that. Okay? The fact that it turned out to be true just means that the source that told me and the source that gave them the information was accurate. Isn't that weird? Yeah, it's strange. But here's the thing, Dave, is you're just not going to be correct. I mean, don't you think that's hilarious, though? How does it work when the rumor is that he said it in a confession, but somehow that means that Dr. Wallen knew before and told him, and then he put it in there? Who else will Gray blame for his relationship with Walla? We have heard prison staff, inmates. I've never said I talked to prison staff. I said maybe it came from them. There's other people in the prison that might have heard the same rumor. I've actually said on the show who told me a long time ago. I was giving them credit because I didn't want to take credit for something that turned out to be correct, Like, I mean, they're the one that actually got the information. So I didn't say, hey, everybody, look at what I dug up. I said, hey, this is the person. Anyways, I'm sorry for your inability to look stuff like that up. Hey, thanks, Faza's Super Babies, for gifting 5 memberships. 2. Who got them? Let's see. We have Michelle with an L, CJK, Periwinkle, Moon, Jules, My Favorite Class, Kimberly, and not CJK was already one. That just snuck in the middle there. Yeah, thanks everybody for putting those prayer hands in there for Lisa Wilkerson. Great, don't let the... Can't you tell I'm having a good time, Skylar? Santana? I think it's funny to me, these kinds of things. It's so common. It's ridiculous. Hey, Dave, what are you trying to sleuth out? If you believe that, then why do you keep saying that I got it from somebody? I mean, I don't know who Jody is. Never heard of her. But you would know that, right? Because you're so sleuthy. I don't know who Jody is. Is that I don't know who that is. I think she's one that does court documents, maybe. Is that right? Because I'm trying to get the I guess now I think I just know if that's the person that you're talking about. She's the one that I'm trying to get the transcripts from, but I have to wait until after the appeal, believe it or not. Yeah, and what if Fig told me too, right? Like, what if Fig Solves told me, right? Like, he must have got a source that told him, but he doesn't know Dr. Wally either. So there's other ways that people can get information out there. You know, I'm sorry it wasn't you and one of your friends that got the information. You know, because you probably would have been like, wow, that was such a cool get. But you don't have the ability to. And you know why? Look how dumb your comments are. That's what I'm saying. Right, because it's none of your business, Dave. That's why you're not getting a straight answer. If other people want to say who told me, then they can. But I'm not going to. You don't have any right to know something. Right. Yeah, right. Dave can't accept a straight answer. He needs to have it be what he wants you to say, or it's not true. I just told you, Jody, I think Jody is the one that does, she's in charge of court documents and was going to, I just first contacted her a couple days ago, like a week ago, to try to get the transcripts, and she said that after the appeals are done, then they're available, because those are documents as part of the appeal. No, Dave. No. Incorrect, Dave. QAnon thinks it's a conspiracy. Richard Allen is the killer, everybody. Richard Allen is the killer. Hey, Dave, let me ask you something. Do you believe Richard Allen's the killer? Let me just ask you that question. Do you believe Richard Allen is the killer? Yes or no, Dave? Give me a straight answer. Yes or no, Dave? Do you believe that Richard Allen is the killer? You got 10 seconds. What is it? Yes or no, Dave? Do you believe Richard Allen is the killer in this case? Watch you all the time. Dumb people, Shelley. Dumb people. Watch you all of the time. Your wit and humor kills me. Plus, you're the best on Idaho 4. No bullshit. Yeah, well, I think I am, but you watch. When Idaho 4 comes around, everybody's going to be watching, I would say the defense attorneys, probably even, like Lauren's channel, etc. And I'll just be picking up the scraps on the end, because that's just how the algorithm is. It doesn't really just, the quality they don't care about. It's just, ooh, yeah, you don't fit the, the little box they want you to fit in. Sucks. Dave, do you think Richard Allen's the killer? It's pretty easy to type in an N or a Y to make it easy for you. Yeah, I'll probably, well, here's the thing. If it's televised, I'll probably go sometimes, but I won't spend every day over there. Because it's like a 3-month trial, so I'd probably go there from time to time throughout it. And if you really want to get the real information, this is where you'll want to be. And I also bought a really sweet, like a cell phone booster for my car. So when I'm driving around, hopefully we don't have the same crappy cell phone coverage. Maybe I'll even get a new phone by then. My last one doesn't seem to be working. Yeah, see, Dave, he just got trapped. He didn't want to answer the question. Because he seems to be working really hard to free a double child killer. I think that's weird. What do you guys think? Who does that? What normal person tries to free a double child killer? I just want a fair trial, Gray. It wasn't fair. Okay, me knowing about it in March of this year and him confessing almost a year prior, how does that not make it fair for him? How does it affect anything? And nobody even cared that I said it at the time. Yeah, it makes you wonder. It makes you wonder. They disappeared, though. Yeah, and what do you guys think? Yeah, see, the way I always try to explain the Delphi case now is you just say, all you have to do is just say, over the years, the investigators developed a bunch of questions. Who was the driver of the vehicle that was parked at the abandoned CPS building? Who was the person that the 4 girls walked by? Who was the person that Betsy Blair saw? Who was the person in the video that Libby took, and who left the bullet at the crime scene? Those are the 5 questions that they had over the years. And guess what? Richard Allen answered every one of those questions. First, the timing of the vehicle driving by the Hoosier Harvest store and the girls at the bench at 126 leaving proved that he got there at 1:30 and left at 3:30. Also, Betsy Blair cleared the trails from 12 to 1:30 as well as the girls. He wasn't there at that time, and his phone wasn't even there. So he got there at 1:30. So that means the person that the 3 girls saw and he admits to seeing were those 3 of the 4 girls that were walking by. Then we know that he goes to the Mononhigh Bridge. And he says, and he goes to the Mononhigh Bridge. That means he goes to the bridge, and it takes 11 minutes. He would be at the bridge about 1:44, 1:45-ish, something like that. And Betsy Blair gets there at 1:47, gets out of her car. That means she has to pass him somehow, because he couldn't have sprinted past her going the other direction. There's no chance. And he said he looked at fish, so he wouldn't just get there and go, oh, and then turn around and just start running. And guess what? He said he was standing on platform 1. That's exactly the same platform that Betsy Blair described the person standing on when shown a picture of the bridge guy, just like the 4 girls. The person they passed was the person in Libby's video. Then at the end of the bridge, the person in Libby's video shows up. And Richard Allen had to be the person there because Betsy Blair clears the area. There's nowhere else, there's no other options for him. And then, even in his own confession, he says he ejected a bullet on the bridge, forced the girls down the hill, was going to assault them down below, but then was interrupted by a van driving by. He didn't say it was a white van, by the way. He just said a van driving by. And see, isn't that weird that the confession that I heard was that it was a white van driving by? That was just because it was filled in, the blanks were filled in, by somebody who already kind of researched and, oh, look, he has a white van, right? He didn't say, Richard Allen didn't say a white van. He just said a van, but the only van on that drive is the Weber's van. And then, so Richard Allen is bridge guy, and then the bullet at the crime scene, it turns out to be cycled through his gun. And then, oh, by the way, there's Sarah Carbaugh, the person she saw, is likely Richard Allen, but you don't even need her story in it to make it be Richard Allen is the bridge guy. It's that simple. Very simple case the whole time. And if you just stick with that, you're right there. This other charades that go on the side about the, Odinus or, trying to make Brad Holder the guy because his van was driving by, it's all garbage, every bit of it. And one thing, I don't know if Tara's still watching, but what I'm going to say right here, Tara, is that you guys, for the love of God, have to file lawsuits against True Crime Design, the Prof, and Slow Joe, And a bunch of those people that have attacked Kelsey and Becky and Mike so viciously for years, creating dangerous situations, because there's lunatics like Dave who showed up in here that believe a lot of the stuff that those people say. So I hope to God, and I think there's attorneys out there that would do it for free. And you got to do it, you guys. You got to do it. If you didn't know before Goal's order, April 2nd, you could have blamed Fig and Jody. Now they're blaming you. Jesus. The information was already out there. There was a rumors. You hear rumors. Other inmates heard the same thing. You get it, right? Yeah, there's inmates that heard the same story. How do you explain that one? Dave, do you believe Richard Allen is the killer? You never answered that question. Can you answer that one for me, Dave? Yeah. There we go. Yeah, you got really quiet. Anything. Dave doesn't know anything about the law. Yeah, like the Department of Corrections is gonna send out officers around the country. Yeah, well, I sure hope that isn't the prof there, who's actually pretending to be Dave, because he's got a kid that's in some pretty severe trouble. Probably wouldn't want to be talking about that out there too much. That's not a good look for you. Because the other day when I said, hey, this is what's weird about the prof, you guys. The other day when I was describing the screams at the crime scene, I said, yeah, women don't always scream. And he goes, Gray called them women. Oh my God, he called the girls women. They're just girls. Wow, he's got a fetish. And I was thinking to myself, I don't think anybody thought that but you. I think people were just thinking it was, he's talking about females don't always scream. So then you just think like, what kind of mentality would have twisted it like that? Yeah, maybe somebody who actually has a little bit of a, sort of a, I don't want to say it. Anyways, let's see. Inmate, prison staff, Fig, and Jody, all been blamed by Gray for. I've been blamed by Gray? What are you talking about? Hey, Dave, do you think Richard Allen's the killer, Dave? If you don't answer the question yes or no, I'm blocking you from the channel, all right? I'm allowing you to keep spewing your garbage, but I want you to answer my question. Do you believe Richard Allen is the killer? Okay? And if your answer isn't yes or no, I'm removing you from the channel. All right? And that's all you get to type in, yes or no. If it's any other gibberish, you're out of here. All right? Marv is getting what court the court documents on the prof. Yeah. I guess she covers that stuff. Yeah, it's pretty simple to answer, isn't it? Chicken wing? I think that those people should absolutely be sued because they put out false information regarding the victims of, I think family members are victims too of murdered individuals. So, you're actually putting out false information, conjuring up stories to try to convict or convince people that family members are part of the actual killing, creating dangerous scenarios for the family because there's people like Dave and others whose brains didn't quite form at birth and they're out there saying stuff that's absolutely nonsensical. And I hope to God they do, man. I've actually been, I have a folder with one of their videos completely all downloaded for them to have, because this is, I want them to do it just out of principle. Dave, do you think Richard Allen's the killer? I'll give you another 30 seconds. If not, I'm scrolling up and blocking you from the channel. All right, let's do it. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25. There you go. Up. See you later, buddy. Have a good one. What a fool. Before I leave, yeah, tell him whatever you want to tell him, Dave. You're an absolute moron, okay? So have a good one. Where is he? I'm trying to find him on here. I'm trying to figure out where to get rid of him at. I don't see him anymore. Did you guys already get rid of him? Looks like it. Ah, Jesus. Yeah, how do I say it? Fool. I don't see him. Oh, maybe down here. Here, I'll put him on timeout for 30 minutes. How about that? You know, what an idiot like that, he can't even answer a question. Ha! No, he's probably not the killer. No, Dave. See, that just shows you what a lunatic you are. Richard Allen is the killer, 100%. There is no doubt. It's not confusing to rational-minded people. You've just proven you're not a rational-minded person with your answer right there, Dave. Okay? And that's why you say the things that you're saying. You live in a fantasy world. You likely live in your mother's basement. Perhaps on the internet, quietly scrolling and scanning around. And then, you know, maybe even drooling on your shirt. We're not sure. That's something Zozo believes. Yeah. Yeah, I don't mind bantering back and forth. You know, kind of, sort of fun, I guess. Anybody else have any questions out there? If you're another one of the trolls out there, if you really believe that I somehow communicated with Dr. Walla 11 months after the confessions, let me know. Because I guarantee you, if there was ever a forensic examination of some kind, there is no communication at all. Never heard of her till some of those proceedings when her name was mentioned. Gray will give it straight without the blender. And in the end, I'm going to send you on a mission to reveal the true offender. Call me the train conductor, because I rail people. That could be a good rap start. Yeah. I'm a train conductor. I'm a conductor. I'm not some sucker that you blame. Yay, Alan is the true offender. I rapped that during the day, no joke. Oh yeah? Cool. The lady who was after, yeah, she's a lunatic. She just, every case is another conspiracy. But you know what? They've learned, these people have learned that it works, man. Just to do the conspiracies and the... Oh, no, she's wrong. Michelle After Dark is not skilled at true crime at all. She started walking a dog around in the field and just blabbing away about true crime. And everybody thought, wow, this is so great. I'm looking at a dog and it's just... but when she goes into the true crime realm and starts trying to analyze a case, she is horrendous. Embarrassing, actually. And there's a lot of embarrassing people that cover true crime because they don't analyze it logically. They don't look at it and go, okay, this means... They look at it in a way that supports a conspiracy for themselves that they can continue on. Unfortunately, for people like Michelle After Dark, she was absolutely wrong in the case. She's never known the case very well. She jumped on board, near the beginning, like the last, not the beginning, but like about a year ago or something when the Odin documents came out. And she saw, ooh, look at this. All these people believe this stuff. And she just kind of went with that. But her analyzing skills are absolutely terrible, much like the channel that's named after a bear. Just horrendous. But people love it, man. It's just so fun and just so, yeah. Yeah, well, good, Glam Dolly, because I've always thought that. I listened to her, I've actually sent her super chats before on other cases, But when she jumped in the Delphi case and I factually know what she's saying is incorrect, then that's when I went, oh boy. Then you sort of wonder, before the case that I didn't know very well, and I just sort of listened for a minute or so of what she was saying. I thought, oh, okay, that sounds pretty good. It makes you wonder, doesn't it, you guys? So the channels that you follow out there, to get a different perspective or whatever, knowing how off they were on this case because you know the facts from following my channel, don't you wonder, though, on those other cases that you weren't informed on, that you listened to that same person? It makes you wonder how off they were on those shows. You just didn't know it. You can't trust them at that point. I can tell you this, even if you don't like me here, you can trust that I'll be putting out accurate information on the channel, as good as I can. Like if there's some error that was reported, like in the news or in a document or something, I'll just fix it right away, and then we move on using that to guide us. The new piece of information. Now, you might have a piece of puzzle that leads you down this direction, but it was an error that was reported on or in a document. Then when the new one comes out, you replace the puzzle piece and you move forward. You don't still try to make your theory work that you use with the incorrect information. That's where problems happen. And that's what these guys do. They believe, okay, Richard Allen didn't do it. He didn't do it. So as the information is coming in, everything that comes in, they have to come up with one fantastical explanation after another to show people that it's not him. Just like they do the same thing with Brian Kohberger. There's this vehicle's driving around behind 500 King Road, and it does 4 different passes back there. It actually shows up 5 times, but only does 4 full passes. And they go, that's not a white Elantra, that's something else. But then I said, well, law enforcement said that the vehicle did 4 passes. And they say, then they don't really ever have a response to that, because on the 1112 King Road camera, they can absolutely see perfectly that that's a white Elantra driving by. It's crystal clear, especially when it does this 3-point turn. It's a white Elantra. They know it is. So that means the car that is driving back there is a white Elantra. There's no doubt about it at all. And that means a white Elantra parked its car at about 4:08 and then leaves at 4:20. And guess what? Brian Kohberger drives a white Elantra, and he admits to driving around late that night. Inside the house, left between 4:08 and 4:20, is a knife sheath that had Brian Kohberger's DNA on the underside of the clasp. It's almost as if he kept it as clean as he could, and he thought he cleaned it all up, wiped it clean. Could be that he left that there as a calling card, or it could be that he accidentally left it. That would explain why Kohberger maybe had to go upstairs to look for it, couldn't find it, goes back downstairs, hears the whimpering sound of Xana Kernodle and says, it's okay, I'm here to help you. And then he kills her. There's a loud thud. Then he exits at like 4:18, and goes up there, probably takes off the bloody clothes he was put on, put it in a bag, put it in the car. Then he got the hell out of there. Yeah. Anyways, there you go. That's one of the, that case is so, the DNA is a huge element, obviously. But even without it, the fact that he's driving around and they can prove that his vehicle was south of Moscow, Idaho at I think it's 4:47 or something like that. That's pretty damning shit. He says he's over at this park, Wawa Park, and he couldn't have been there. The timing doesn't work. Yeah, I mean Brian Kohberger is just, my God. You know, his car's in the area 11 different times. He, you know, is a criminology person, you know, like he's just, everything about him works absolutely perfectly. And his DNA is on the knife sheath clasp, and he was pulled over twice on the way home, and guess what he did? He was so paranoid that from the being pulled over twice, when he gets home, he starts separating his DNA. He wouldn't have done that. I guarantee it. If he wasn't pulled over those 2 times, he wouldn't have separated his DNA. Although, I wonder if the knife sheath being found made him paranoid. But you would think if he thought he cleaned it really well, he wouldn't be paranoid. So it could be he was either paranoid about the DNA from the knife sheath, or he was paranoid because he was pulled over twice in like 15 minutes. I mean, it was ridiculous. Do we agree Brian Kohberger's? Right, yeah, we've talked about it that a million times. I made a whole video on it comparing Brian Kohberger to Elliot Rodger. Yeah. Weird that bridge guy left his knife in Idaho. How do we know? Oh, what are you talking about? Weird. The bridge guy left his knife in Idaho. Okay. I wasn't sure what you were talking about. You're just being goofy. I'm still catching up on your Idaho coverage. I've got hundreds. I mean, I don't even know how many videos. I think I've made almost the same number of Idaho. Well, probably not because of the years, but I've made at least 50, 60 live stream video combination in the case. You know what we should do is listen. I want to go try to figure out that car movement thing again. The Elantra driving around. Let me see if I can find this. But hey, you guys, if you're out there and you want to help support the channel, get us moving along here. We are not doing too bad tonight, but if you're able to, that'd be great. Thank you. It allows me to keep doing these shows, etc. You know, just kind of allows me to keep doing my show. You know, these night shows that we do. Opening this up. Call him Schmoburger. That's not what I want to do. Hey, thanks, Lily. Appreciate it. That was kind of a random number at that time. Just working on trying to get this location here. Yeah, what I was really trying to say is we're 17 short of me giving away 5 memberships. So if you guys can help us get there, I can do it. Alright, let's see if we can find... I know I have these folder out there that has a lot of... all of the different surveillance shots in it. I want to see if we can figure out what direction it's going. Is that it? Yeah, I think these are them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sweet. Nah, it can't be it. Oh, that was me walking around. Never mind, that wasn't it. Is that it? Oh, here we go. So we don't need 2. We don't need 2 to 3. We need... two to 3, and then there's... Oh, there it is, 3 to 4. That's the one. That's a big one there. Anybody, you guys? We can get there and give you do the 5 memberships. Audio game. 25. How come there's no audio on that? Huh. Makes me wonder. I think I might not be on the settings here. I don't know if how my voice is sounding to you guys, but maybe it's like... Hey, thanks Alley Cake and Vivacious Val. I think I might have the wrong audio on here. Hold on. Line and then yep, that's it. Does it sound different now? My audio? Let me fix it. Right now, testing 1, 2, 3. Is that better audio than it was before? Let me see if it plays now. Man, what's going on here? Preferences, audio, audio hardware. Let's do that. That. Okay, now is it going to play? Ah, thank you, guy. Hey, thanks so much, Tina G, for gifting 5 memberships. Let me do my... I'll do the same thing. Oops, I almost sent myself a super chat. I guess on the slow nights I could send myself a super chat, huh? There we go. It's a 448 ping. I spent a lot of time looking. Yeah, we looked at all that stuff. Quite a bit of stuff. There's a whole bunch of different roads out there. I mean, it could be anywhere, really. Sirius Black, Raylan Bishop, Billy Sunday, Anna Sweden, and Sam. Yeah, we looked at those ponds one night as well. All right, let's try to figure this out. All right, here we go. So the first pass was at like 3:30, right? It's right around in here. Where is it? Oh, there it was. Guess it was 3:30. So if it's right there, that means if we go back, like, okay, so we know at 3:29 and 40 seconds or so, it drives by. Let me open up that one too. It drives by the. Crap. My memory isn't working. Yeah, I think it's Linda Lane. Yeah, right here at 3:29 and 49 seconds. So let's see what we hear at 3:29 and 49 seconds. This thing here might be off by like 5 seconds. I don't think it is though. I think that Linda Lane camera might be a little off. But you can hear the car, right? See? See, that's interesting, right? Now, the car drives by, it comes into here. That's the same sound that you can hear in the background, is this vehicle right here. It's making it back. So what you're watching right here is the car drives by right here at right 3:29 and 49 seconds. That camera's right here. So it can hear that car driving by. Like that. So it can hear it driving by, and then you see it come behind. Well, let me show you again. It comes around and it comes like this and then goes back like this and back around like that. So let's see. So 3:30 and 50 seconds. Here it comes. Richard Allen is Bridge Guy. Thank you. Here it comes. That's the white Elantra right there. So I would say at the very most, like maybe, let's just go like there. And let's see, we can actually determine how long the car may have sat there. Let's listen. That's pretty interesting. Maybe a couple more shows, Raider, and we'll figure it out. I'm just listening for that same sound. Alright, so this is 3:32 and 35 seconds. But let's go back to the this sound right here is what we're looking for. Right here, watch. Right now, hear the sound build up? Watch. Alright, wait, what am I looking at here? Jesus. Oh, I was looking at the wrong place. Hold on, never mind. 3:29, and I was looking at the wrong place. 3:29 and, let's say 35 seconds. Listen. Hear that? So there you go. There it was. And then it comes around. And then here it is at 3:30. Right? And then it comes back around at 3:39. But I want to hear it, if we can hear the car drive by. So there it is, 3:30, and he goes around, and then maybe right, let's just listen from about right here. I guess it goes by at 3:31, and if we use the same, like 3:32, you might be able to hear it. But hear it driving around behind over there. So I guess we'll just listen until we can hear something similar. If not, it went on to Walenta Drive. So what we're listening for is this. Does the car come out like this and turn right? Or does it come out and go this direction? Because I always thought it went this direction, but you know, there's some people out there that say the audio goes that direction. So let's just listen until we see if we can. We'll listen to like 34. Should sound the same. Yeah, I went and visited. I went here last year. Twice I've been here. Got a speeding ticket one time. I got it removed because of my connections to the CIA. They removed my speeding ticket. I also pulled I was a security guard at the Crown Plaza Hotel card. Just listening here, let's see what happens. I just watched the video where that crazy guy jumped out at you. Yeah, what an idiot. But they all thought something was wrong with me. Like I did something wrong. There was nothing I was doing wrong. I was just filming like where a surveillance camera was. I was standing about like right here actually. In this video, I was standing right there. And he comes running out. He tried to grab my camera from me. And they go, you should have gotten the fight. You know, what? I'm not even from there, you guys. I don't know what this guy is. You look like a psycho. Listen, here we go. Ah. Wow. That's crazy. I'm going to put a little pin there. So that sounds like... That's sort of interesting, isn't it? I mean, the sound would be about the same, I think. So there's that one. Let's go back to the 331. Put a pin there. So this is interesting. I'd ever tried to figure this out before. So you got that one. And then you hear it right around, let's hear this sound again. Right around here. Yeah, boom. All right. So that's crazy. Look at that. 329 and 43. This kind of does what I told you, you guys. This is incredible. This is exactly what I would always say. How do I go to the next mark? I don't know. But look at this, 3:29 and 43 seconds, and then it drives out of here at 3:30 and 58 seconds. So that means it made its way all the way here at 3:29:51. It made it all the way back here in less than a minute, right? But look, it doesn't drive away until 3:34 and 08. So it actually... Let's see, 331, like right here, it goes around and then it would be right by the window at 331. So that means it sat there for 2 minutes or so. So look at this. This is really interesting. That means when the car came around like this, it parked and waited and watched for 2 minutes. Then it drove out, and then we hear it again driving by right there. How crazy is that, huh? Hey, thanks, Tina G. Do you think the 2 traffic stops by the cops when BK was on the way back? I think one of them was for sure, but I don't know. I don't know. They both had the same thing, that he was tailgating somebody. He must be like right on them. Why, Angelina? Honestly, I'm having difficulty switching gears to something else besides our Delphi girls. They've been motherfuckers for over 7 years, many more. Oh, well, I've covered thousands of cases, so I'm totally able to do it. I have the ability to switch from case to case. It's unfortunate that people just get so, like, you know, there's been a guilty verdict. We'll obviously cover stuff, and you know, when they're having the, I mean, it's something I'm not going to avoid talking about, but. You should be able to jump to a different case, you know. You shouldn't be like, I gotta go then because you're talking about something else. Now, the justice has already been sought and got. You know, we're just waiting for the sentencing, right? I'm not sure why you're still seeking justice. I don't get it. Yeah. Right, so then that's interesting, right? Because that means it drove by here at 3:34 and then goes around, I think probably this way, and then comes back around. Because, let's do it now. Look at it like this. Watch. So if it does that, that means at... Are you guys following along with what I'm doing? I don't want to bore you to death. Does it make sense what I'm doing? I hope people are paying attention. Because you hear that sound? We're trying to determine the direction that the car went. All right. Okay, so the next time it comes around is like 3:39, right there, boom, right? So now let's go back. If that was 3:39 and 12 seconds, if we go back to like 3:37 and keep listening, do we ever hear that same car drive by? So let's go back to, let's go to 3:36. It's got to have that same sound. Very few cars driving around at 3:30, 3:40 in the morning. All right, we're at 3:37 now. We should hear it about 3:38 and some odd seconds. Yeah, I don't really care about the car door shutting and all that. There's nothing has nothing to do with anything. All right. Let's see. Yeah, I don't agree with you. People try to tell you that so they can infer something else, but there's nothing. So here we go. 3:37, 27 seconds. Now you start hearing artifacts better, Raider 72. Huh. So nothing. Right now we should probably hear that car, but we don't. He didn't get out of his car. He didn't get out of his car. I guess I'll go back and listen for you, but I don't know. I don't agree with that. That'd be really careless. Wow, look at that. Yeah, so that car does not go by the road the way that I used to think it went. I know somebody else is out there that heard, I don't know who's the originator, because the person that claimed that they came up with isn't somebody that thinks through cases, so I don't know. So right there, okay, so that is the time that the vehicle is driving by at 3:39 and 9 seconds. However, you don't hear it drive by outside here. Like it should have driven by there again. So that means it did go that way, and it waited here for like 2 minutes at the crime scene, just like I've said. I've said it many times that the car on each loop would stop and park and wait and watch. And then I thought it went around this direction like this. But it seems like, based on that, it went out this way, and then around like this, and then back this direction. And he comes back there at 3:39. Now let's see what happens when it exits the area. So if we got it correct, you should be able to hear it leave. I'm going to guess this without ever watching this. I think he has the same pattern. So let's just play this. So there he is. He's driving slow back there. 3:39 and 22 seconds. So I would imagine that at about 3:42 and some odd seconds, we'd hear the car driving if he waited about the same amount of time. We'll hear it again going like that, right? So I'm actually going to guess and move it forward a little bit. 40? I said 340, 342, right? Let's see. That's just my guess. Might be, if he didn't wait the same amount of time, it won't be the same. All right, 341. Oh, it could be. Yeah, it'd be 342, but he doesn't come back for a while. This is the long one here. No, he could have sat there a lot longer, because this is the one that he comes back at 3:59. So he could have sat there for 10 minutes. Huh. Yeah, he was just looking at the lights to see if they were, that's what I said many times. He was checking their lights, you know, watching the room when they would go off. He wanted to give, I think once he saw the lights turn off, he drove around again just to give him time to fall asleep. And he didn't want to rush it. So he drove out and back and then. Alright, it's past 3:30, that was almost 3:43. Here we go. Right there. Alright, so there you go. That's the car, I think, at... That's almost exactly the same amount of time. Let's see, this one was 3:31:14 to 3:34:24. That's 3 minutes and 10 seconds. This one is 3:39:20 to 3:42:49. So that is 3 minutes and 29 seconds. So 19 seconds slower. That's crazy, right? That's crazy. All right, now let's see if we hear any other car at all in this scenario here. And let me show you what's going on here, though. So let's go. Man, all of a sudden I'm just all pumped up again about this one. I don't know why, but this is the stuff I love. I wish I could just be doing this professionally with somebody. Let's see. I'm working on. I'm just trying to find, like, this thing right here. See this shot right there? That turns out that I think that really is a legitimate. It was at like 3:45-ish. You know. So it just drove by. I'm gonna see if that's possible. If it drove by at 3:43 and 25 seconds, how long does it take to get from? Let me just try a quick little. Directions, get directions, and I don't know if it was exactly 3:45. It could be 3:49 and some odd seconds. Well, let's do the maps instead. Makes it easier. All right, so as we heard it drive by right there, let's do get directions, driving from here to, and I think it's, yeah, right here. Like it must have turned and went in there, but let's just put it like right there. So in this one it says 3 minutes if you take Lauder Avenue to Steiner. So if you add 3 minutes there, you get 3:46 and 25 seconds. So I don't know. I'm not exact. All I have is something that I typed on this thing. You know, I don't know if that's the exact time, but I think they believe that vehicle driving there is his. And it came out like all the way out here. So it drove down like this and maybe came in and went like this, and it spotted driving this direction like that at 3:45, 3:46, whatever, you know, somewhere around that time frame. And then it comes back and it's over here again at like 3:58, so you got to sort of figure out what it was doing. So let's see what we hear on here. So now we're at 3:43 and 25 seconds. You can hear voices. I'm just going to play that, go back a little bit. I don't know, hell, that might be even a car that pulled in back here, so I don't know. That's back here, for sure. And those are the people you hear the doors shutting and closing. I don't know what you're talking about, Dana. Right, he was too close to him. I think one of them might have been. But he was driving too close is what I said. Well, we know it comes back. Let me just see if we can time it with something instead of listening to the whole thing. So there it is right there, right? So let's go back to 354, 353 even, just back here. Wow, that almost sounds like it right there. So I'll put one there. It sounds kind of like the same. That sounds similar, doesn't it? That might be right back here, though. Oh, maybe there's other cars out there. Okay, I'm just going to go where it drives. Okay, 357, go back to right here. That's probably it right there. I think that's it right there. That sounds exactly the same. See that one? That one sounds the same, right? With the same sort of level. I think that's the one. Let me play this one again. Yeah, that's not it. I guess there's a possibility he drove in and didn't come back here. No, I don't think so, because they said he did 4 loops. I want to get rid of that one. Yeah. Yeah. No. Forgot how to delete that thing. Clear selected marker. Right, there we go. Alright, so there it is. It drives by at 3:55 and 45 seconds, and then there it is right there. Boom. Right? So now let's add in the other one. You guys still here? I don't even know how many people are watching. It might be 8. Alright, 4 to 5. That goes right there. $385. Not too bad, I guess. It's not great when you have 150,000 subscribers, though. My problem is I have 150,000 subscribers from a ton of different cases. And maybe they were just really interested in that one. And so that's what when you get like, you know, if you can get all your subscribers from one case, you kind of have to stay on that case. I don't, so I get punished. How much did I make this one go? Audio gain. That was 25. I got to add 5 more to this one. Alright, then it comes back around. Look at there it is. This first time back around is 4:05. So this time it didn't spend a lot of time here, but I guess what we could do is listen, because we should be able to hear it drive by again. So if it's right there at 3:57:17, let's just go to like right there and then listen. Is that it again? I'll keep listening. That sounds a little different. It could be the car in the parking lot. Yeah, did anybody even think of hitting the like button tonight? We got 229 likes. Yay! Thank you. Jesus. Yep. A love button. That's right. What are you talking about, Lisa Valenzuela? I think the recent motion, you mean when they were in court the other day? What are you talking about? Tells us they gave so much evidence. What do you mean it tells us they gave so much evidence? I don't know what that means. See, I think that little honk right there, you know what I think that honk is right there? I think that honk is for Kaylee to come out, I mean not Kaylee, for Xana Kernodle to come out and get her DoorDash. Right there. Like a little ding, you know, or he's coming back to the car and unlocking it after putting the, it might be that. So let me put that in there. That's a 3:59:59 second. There it is again. Ah, so that was him exiting his car, locking it, going over to the house, dropping the DoorDash off, then getting right back to the car. It's a girl, actually, I think. And goes back to the car and then unlocks it again. So it was locking and unlocking. I just said what it was, you guys. Pay attention. All right, here we go. I'm going to go back further. Let's see. One. That's one click. And then maybe they didn't know if they locked it and did it again. Like ding ding. There's the other one. And another. Hey, good night, Angelina Dawn. Thank you. And that's weird again. Huh. That could have been the locking one. The unlocking, I mean. The first ones were just kind of like making sure it was locked, deliver the order, whatever, and then walk back to the car and unlocked it. Don't know. But it's right at 4 o'clock, right when the DoorDash was supposed to be there. Let's see, when the car drives by this time, at 3 or 4:04 and some odd second, right there, I guess it's 4:05, it passes that. Okay, so here's what they say. The car enters the area again at 4:04. You know what they're talking about? They're talking about the Linda Lane camera. So if we go back to 4:04, we should be able to hear right around this time, 3:04. Let's just go back, 4:03 and 50 seconds and listen. God dang it. 4:03 and 50 seconds. Here we go. Oh yeah, there might not be one sound on this one, because he actually came in around the other direction. That's right, because he'd be coming in on Valenta. So that shows that it came in on Walenta Drive. Mate. Well, there you go. That was something. Let me play that one again. Didn't seem to last long enough. It's coming back here. Alright, so the reason we couldn't hear it is because when it left, it drives around that way, and it comes back around like this. It doesn't drive by the Linda Lane camera, so it comes in like this. So I don't know when they say it entered the area at 404. I always thought they were talking about that camera, because this one, they said entered the area at 329, and there it goes, driving right by there. But maybe they have a different camera. I don't know. Right, so this time it turns around right there. See that? And there's the Elantra. You can actually see the Elantra. That does a turn. Let's just listen for a second. It's driving down a little side road. So that's what it's doing right now. It just drove like this, and it tried to turn around or park here, but it couldn't. Then it does a 3-point turn right here, and then drives back this way again, and then comes back around to finish its final pass. You'll see it here in a minute. Oh, sweet, Tina. Awesome. See, look at, here it comes. Coming around for its final. Look how fast it's going this time, though. Look at this. He's in a hurry now. I mean, this is crazy different. See that? It's not slow like the other one. Isn't this crazy? Right now, he's at his car, and I think he's prepping to go inside the house right now at 4:08 and 37 seconds. I can turn it up if you want. Like, let's see. .408 and 53 seconds. I think he's still in the car, waiting and watching, making sure, getting ready, prepping. 409. I think at like 410 he gets out of the car. Maybe could it be, 409 and something. Just kidding, you guys. Just kidding. I knew that would. Thank you. Oh shit. Oh shit. Come on. Everybody's really listening closely, and all of a sudden there's this ah. Yeah. You'd almost expect to hear something like that, though, right? Everybody's like, I heard it. Oh wait, that was. Your dog went running. Yeah. Hey, Lisa Noir, and Employee of the Month, and Timothy Cecil, and Robin X, and The New Guy, Expedites. I Almost Died, Poppy said. So right now, he's likely up in Kaylee and Madison's room, actually. Depending on if you think he was first, they were first or not. And we're almost at the time where Xana's, she was on, I don't know if it was TikTok or whatever that app was she was using. Well, I told you how long he's been in the house. Almost 2 minutes now. He went in the back, yeah. You know, it'd be interesting is play my like the 7 minutes of hell or whatever it was, and have it playing right when you're listening to the audio up in the corner there, and it shows you what he's doing at the same time, about what he's doing. I don't know if that's exactly what he was doing. The guy that filmed this video, whose surveillance footage this is, he's the one that chased me out of there. Maybe I'll put that out. I'll just put this on there and then my 7 minutes. That's another car out there somewhere. Where did you go fishing, Victor? No, he chased me out of a parking lot, which I had a right to be in. That's what the police told me anyways. Yeah, that was scary as hell when he went, oh! Yeah, it was. I zoomed in. Let's see. I was able to extract that scream from the audio. I don't know. This camera should be able to pick up something at his vehicle, though. That's right here in this building. So right now he's like 2 minutes away from being done killing them, I think. Maybe 3, but we don't know what that means, Raider 72. Right. You can't hear the thud though. You can't hear anything. I don't think. We're 17. No, please don't. Raider 72, please don't. Yeah, we heard that. What do you mean he was at LAX? I don't think he was at LAX, was he? I thought it was in Hawaii. So he went there waiting for her or something, or what? I don't think, was he found in LAX? I thought it was found in Hawaii. That's a little weird if it's in LAX, though. I'll say that. But as you can see, we're covering something different. I don't know if you could hear that or not. Let's see. I wonder why he would do that. He was looking for her and he kills himself? That's a little strange. Does he live in LA? That's what the sound sounds like, Ada. That's the audio I got with the surveillance footage. Remember, this is... I just boosted it up really loud. I have it really loud in my ear. Yeah. I think you can sort of hear a car right there. That's when it's driving away at a high rate of speed. I think you can almost hear something at 420. Like right in here, listen. Yeah. Yeah, I think you can hear that. Like a little but it goes around the corner. Oh, well maybe he didn't jump off the let me look at the other one. Alright, so we got this all dialed in. I'll have to take a look, listen to that later. It sounds like he went like, came in like this, then he left the same way, and then, I don't know, it sort of sounded like he came back that way again, but then he left that way and then he came back around like that. I mean, it's just, you know, either way, he's making loops. I was told that he killed himself in Hawaii, so if somebody had told me earlier that he killed himself at LAX, it would have been a different, would have been made more sense, like something weird at that point. How come somebody just typed in the address, now it's gone? Somebody typed in like 6151 something or other. It's not there anymore in the chat. How does that happen? Was it removed? Oh. That was what, is that what? Where did it go, the comment that had the address on it? What do you mean you can see the pain in his face? I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Well, I don't see it. Yeah. Can you just pipe it in again? Do I don't have to keep looking for something? Good for you. You can see it. I can't. So can you type it in? That'd be great. All right. Is this so he's staying at this hotel and he jumped off? And that's weird, because isn't that sort of near where her... Yeah, well, I guess... Wasn't there a stop? Oh, that's over here. So he was staying near the airport, and he just jumped off? Because he was just so freaked out that he thinks his sister's not alive, or what? Oh, man, this just opened the door to all the conspiracy nutters, man. That just turned into something... Man. Yeah, here we go. We're going to hear from Burkhart and the rest of the crew. Probably the prof will jump right on top of this thing. Yeah, so, maybe. Maybe somebody killed him. I don't know. He got too close to finding the answer and they found him in his hotel. Is that right? Let's see. Amid the search for a missing Hawaii woman last seen in Los Angeles, the woman's father was found dead Sunday near LAX, police say. Ryan Kobayashi had recently traveled to Los Angeles to help in the search for his daughter, Hannah Kobayashi. The 30-year-old woman went missing apparently sometime after a stopover in Los Angeles International Airport. She was traveling from Hawaii to New York City. The Los Angeles County Medical Examiner's Office confirmed the death of Ryan Kobayashi, age 58, on Sunday, saying he was found in a parking lot. The coroner's information does not provide details. So where does it say how he jumped off a roof? The Los Angeles Police Department confirmed to ABC that Ryan Kobayashi's body was found Sunday at 4 a.m. at 6151 West Century Boulevard. Yeah. A business near LAX. LAPD also did not provide a suspected cause of death. Eyewitness News is working to contact the family, a nonprofit organization believed to be working with the Kobayashi family in the search issued statement Sunday, which conveyed the family belief that he took his own life. The Kobayashi family endured a devastating tragedy today after tirelessly searching. I don't know. That just seems weird that you went all the way over to the search, you haven't found her yet, there's no answers, and you take your own life? That doesn't really make a lot of sense unless he had mental issues prior. What the family needs most in the difficult time is for communities to rally around them. I don't know. I mean, some of these answers are weird too. Like, is that really what you're thinking? They asked for privacy to the family. It's not clear what happened after Hannah landed in LAX November 8th. Yeah, where are you guys getting that he jumped? Yeah, I don't see that. I just typed in the word jumped and it's not in there. On Monday, November 18th, Ryan spoke with KTLA in hopes of reaching his daughter. I miss her, said Ryan. Just wanted to know that and just wanted to reach out, anything. Maybe they had an argument or fight and now he's feeling guilty or something. Hannah's family had not heard from her since November 10th, and her last known location was in downtown Los Angeles. That one says no released information. Where are you guys getting the jumping thing? Anybody? I don't see it anywhere. Oh, there it is right there. That one has it. The father of a missing Hawaii woman, Ryan Kobayashi, has died after an apparent suicide, according to Los Angeles Police Department. The 58-year-old father had been searching for his daughter, 30-year-old Hannah Kobayashi, after she missed her connecting flight to New York from LAX. Hannah was supposed to meet with family on November 8th. Kobayashi died after jumped off from a parking structure near LAX sometime around 4 a.m. Makes you wonder if he heard from somebody or something. A vigil was held outside the Crypto.com arena Thursday for Hannah. On November 11th, family members say they received strange text messages from Hannah about someone trying to steal her identity. Weird. That is kind of strange. You know, I thought he did something in Hawaii, and then I was just like, oh, okay. You know, something. But to go all the way over there, like you're looking and you haven't found anybody yet, it's a little strange. Right, there just isn't any reason for him to take his own life. He doesn't know that she's not alive or anything, you know, so weird. As soon as, shortly after, I noticed this guy standing. I don't know what you're talking about. All right, you guys, I think that's going to do it for me tonight. I don't have any more to discuss. Absolutely died to hell down in the support for the channel category. And that's when you know you've worn out your welcome for the evening. So we've got the... I want to say thank you to Plato, LM, Herbert Landscaping. Herbert Landscaping! Gifted 5 memberships. Kathy Friedenmaker, Gina Marie, Tamara, not today but Tamara, and Tina G, Ali K, Danielle Savoy, then Brown Eyed Girl, RDW, WDR, then Faz's Super Babies, Gadget, Ball, Charlotte Denny, then Aussie Trisha with a cat eye along with the Brown Eyed Girl, then Lisa Wilkerson. Give her out the positive vibes for her. And then Baza Super Babies, gifted 5. Then Kylie Cosmos, Ali Cake, Vivacious Val, then Tina gifted 5. Then I gifted 5. Then Naomi Raw is Richard Allen is Bridge Guy. Then Tina G and Lisa Noir. You know, the last super chat was 44 minutes ago. That's a long time to think that you weren't putting out a product that people liked. Let's see. But hope you guys found the show interesting, or at least mildly entertaining at some point. Yeah, well, I'm just trying to think of something different. You know, I think tomorrow we're just going to have to pack him up, go over there, and, you know, let's see if there's any... What's he doing right this second? Oh, there he is right there. I can't tell if that's just shadows right there, or what is that? He doesn't seem to be breathing too great either. I'll have to go check on that. Alright, you guys. Thank you for being here. We will see you guys tomorrow. And as I always say, until next time, be safe out there. Yeah, I've been doing this true crime thing for quite a while now. And during this whole time, I have not seen one person that is a crime dissector. big rejector. I'm a certified human lie detector. Gonna get ya on a stretcher if you try and play me like an old projector. Crime sector is my nectar. Professor Gregel's gonna give another lecture. Crime collector, freak connector, and I'm always gonna be a pup protector. Fool deflector, interceptor, and I'm meaner than a spectre with a vector on his pector. With all respect, ya, just remember I've a temper fucking check ya. I have no agenda, I'm no pretender, and I'll serve it to you straight without the blender. And in the end, I'm gonna send ya on a mission to reveal the true offender. Yeah, so I'll just get right back to work. All right, everybody? Talk to you later.